Hi guys, today I have a review on Bdellium tools for you guys. They sent me their new Super 8 brushes and I have to say I am so impressed with these. These are super great quality. That being said, they are on the pricey side, so if you're looking for something that is very affordable, this is probably not it. This is something more for if you want a specific kind of look, if you're looking for a specific tool to do like what each one of these does, that's what these types of brushes are for. So I'm going to go through each one and kind of tell you my thoughts, what they are for, and also review the price points. I have all the price points here on my phone. So I'm going to start out with the two eye brushes. The first one is the tiny pencil, and this is the tiniest pencil brush that I have ever had. I have a ton in my collection. If you look through my Instagram, there's a picture of all my eye brushes and I have way too much for one person. But this is the tiniest and I love that because I have really small eyes and sometimes like something like this can, you know, over exaggerate that kind of look underneath the eyes, and not all the time you want it to look that exaggerated underneath there, especially with someone who has like smaller features. So this is really nice because you can get really in there and really precise. Also, if you want to do like a cut crease, this would be awesome to actually like mark through. So I absolutely love just how tiny this is. This the way they have it on here is the 718 tiny pencil. It's ideal for detailed application around the eyes for both creamy and powdered products. It says it's optimized soft, natural, and synthetic mixed fibers. So these have mixed fibers in it. It's super soft. I absolutely love just how tiny it is. This thing is miniature, so really love this. And if I'm not mistaken, let me check. Yeah, this is $9. So this is $9 on their website, and each one of these is yellow. It has their name, their logo on one side, and then it has the number and the name of the brush just in case, and then it has a silver ferrule. Next one is the other eye brush in the new set of the new 8, and this is the tight liner, the 761. This thing is also really tiny, and I absolutely love that I could go in with gel and actually like do a line really close to the lash line. If you're looking for something really precise and really small, this is a great one to go as well. I also applied liner in my waterline with this and it did a really great job. So this is really good for really precise application. And on the back of this one, it says to define your lash line and for the most precise applications on even the smallest areas of your eyes. And this one is completely synthetic fiber. Next up, I'm going to go by size. Next up is the 938 blending concealer brush. This thing is a multi-purpose brush. I really like this for not only concealer but also for applying, for example, any kind of base to your eyelid. This does a really great job. I love how domed it is and how rounded, so it does a really good job of buffing. For example, on here it says cover up any imperfections like redness, dark spots, and dark circles. This is all synthetic fibers. It does really good with blending out your concealer underneath, and it also sets your or blends out your paint pots and that kind of bases all over your lid as well. So I really love this, and I love the fact that it's not like too big and not too small either. It does a really good job of like going into that inner corner and just really buffing out that concealer. That being said, I have to say this for concealing isn't my absolute favorite because of the fact that I do have more fine lines underneath that area, and I don't really like, you know, buffing in this area just because now my skin is starting to become more textured. So I prefer more of a flat brush for concealing, but I do like this more for applying bases or if you have to spot conceal itself. The next three brushes are for contouring. Do I think you need all three? Probably not. If you're a makeup junkie and you love contouring, you might want all three because these are amazing. So first up is the face shading brush. As you can see, this is nice and chiseled, so it's just like a flat top here. So if you want a really chiseled look around your face, this is going to give it to you. I love how soft it is and how it just definitely blends out your contour. So what this one says on the packaging itself is that it's a densely packed bristles that can help sculpt, shade, contour, buff, and blend in the right places for a beautiful look. It's natural and synthetic mix of fibers. This thing is absolutely amazing. I love it. It reminds me of kind of like the shape of the is the NARS. I want to say there's a famous like NARS brush that I actually have the imitation of. I think it's like Kita or Kia, and somebody will correct me down below, but it has that kind of shape where it's really, really squared off and you can like really get that chiseled look. So I really love this one. That being said, they have this one, which is the Duo Fiber Face Shading, the 966. This one gives you a chiseled look, but this is more of a natural look. Most Duo Fiber, I can't talk. Most Duo Fiber brushes, what are really good for is like give more of a lighter, more fluffier kind of application. When you go in, it doesn't take as much effort. It's more of a natural look and a more buffed out look, not as a marked look as this one. This will give you like a bam in your face kind of contour, while this is more of a buffed out look. So either, you know, it just depends on your preference, but I really like this for when you want more of a natural kind of look, more of a buffed out look. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about Duo Fiber brushes. Another thing that they say this brush is good for is foundation. On the packaging itself, it says ideal for flawless lightweight foundation application, great for contouring, shading, and blending. It's a soft synthetic dual fiber. I have to say I don't really like this for foundation. It kind of reminded me of my MAC 159, where I was kind of let down by this MAC 159. I did like it for a while, but it's so tiny to buff out foundation, and this is likewise not my preference for buffing out foundation, just because I just feel like it doesn't really do a good job of buffing. You have to kind of do more of paint strokes, and I'm not really fond of that. So I really love this more for the contouring, the shading part of it, and I love the fact that it looks more natural with this kind of brush. And last is the face sculpting brush. This is the 977. I absolutely love this brush. This brush I like a lot more for foundation than the other one. It just covers a lot bigger range, and because it's more of denser bristles, it kind of buffs it in better when you're doing like those kinds of motions, and it doesn't give like streaks on the face. So I really, really love this. Also, I did use this for contouring, and I even used it today, and I love the fact that it like buffs out. It just looks very stunning and beautiful, and just kind of like really contours the face nicely without overdoing it. Because of the shape, it's more of a rounded shape. It just really buffs in the contour really nicely. So this one, what it says is ideal for contouring your cheekbones, temples, jawline, and the sides of your nose, all soft and synthetic. I wouldn't exactly say for your nose, depending on the size of your nose, because it's so big, but as far as like all around the face, absolutely love. And it does double up for foundation as well. It does it really, really great. And this one is all synthetic fibers. The last two brushes are highlighting brushes, and one is a fan brush and one is a tapered one. This kind of brush I absolutely love for highlighting. This is so nice. You just can put it on the tip and then just really buff in that highlight, and it doesn't give like that streak. That's what I love about these kinds of brushes, is that it kind of just buffs it out, so that way you don't have like that indented highlight mark. It kind of just buffs it into the other one, onto your, for example, for your blush or your bronzer, so that way you don't have like that separation where it looks like you have lines across your face, and it actually like blends in. So I absolutely love this one for that. And likewise the fan. Between the two, I would have to say this is my favorite. I just love more of a condensed type of brush like this. Also, another good thing for these types of brushes is to set your under eye concealer with powder. These brushes are amazing for that, and I absolutely love doing that with this. Just, you know, obviously use it for one or the other. You don't want to have like highlight underneath your eye after you've highlighted your cheek with this. So you have to either wash in between or just like clean in between if you're going to use it for more than one purpose. But it is very, very useful for that, and I absolutely love just how soft this thing is. Amazing. And you know what? I just realized that I haven't been saying the prices, so I'm going to put them all down below. I'll put the name with the prices all down below so you guys have all of those. Some of these are a little bit pricier. I think the most expensive one is like $19, and the least expensive of the eye brushes is $8. So the last one, like I said, is the highlighting fan. This thing is enormous, as you can see here. I'm usually not a fan of these huge brushes like this because of the fact that it just seems overwhelming for your face. I do like the fact that when you do use this, it really buffs in the highlight. So like I said, you don't get that marcation in your face, that like line going straight across your face of highlight. But I mean, it's just so huge. I'm not a fan of like way too huge brushes. But if you are a fan of fan brushes like this, then you're really going to like this one just because of how soft it is, how big it is, and how it just really buffs out. Another thing that I did like this for, which is a whole separate thing, is for applying powder. You can just dip into your powder and just like really dust it all over your face like that. So you know, it does have a multi-purpose, but I'm usually not a fan of huge brushes like this just because, I don't know, I like my fan brushes to be like more tiny and more condensed and more more precise application so that the highlight looks a little bit more intense. But I do like the fact that I do get more of a natural highlight with this one. And both of these are all featherweight synthetic fibers. Let me know what you guys think of the 8 brushes. I'd love to hear which ones you like, which ones like really call out to you if you're interested in buying them. I will leave their link down below. I'm not affiliated to their link or anything like that, but I do really love Bdellium tools. I feel like they have amazing brushes and I have not been let down by any of them so far. I really love them. I have this little travel collection with them and I really love those. So really definitely check them out if you're into any kind of like contouring and highlighting. If you're into that, I feel like these brushes are really specific for that. And I will definitely see if there's any coupon codes or anything like that and leave them down below for you guys if I find anything that can help you guys get a little discount off. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit that little red button down below. Thank you guys. Love you guys. And until next time. Bye guys.